My name is Lia Veiga, and I'm from Brazil, but I'm a full-time missionary, and I work today in Cape Verde, is West Africa. So with the Women's Cycle of Life, when I go to the communities, we do we talk about the health system, and also um, we talk about abortion because the abortion is legal in Cape Verde. Nurses told me that it's more than 300 people doing abortion every day. Because if we don't teach the mothers, they never gonna teach their daughters. If we teach only the daughters, maybe the mothers wanna accept, whatever the decision is gonna be. So I think both of them, they need to be there. I have two specific families, but I want to talk about one specific. One, she came to me and said, Leah, is it possible for me to bring my husband, that you can talk with us how we can handle our finances? I know that you do the micro enterprise, but we needed to understand, like, it's not only me, but he needs to understand. And he came to us, he came to me, and then we gave like a training to both of them, how, like, they didn't know the importance of to tie, to give tie and to give the offering, because their income was so low that it was even hard for them to buy food. And he say, I didn't know that I need to tie that way, and I was stealing from God, and I want to stop. And from now on, even if we don't have a food, God's gonna be our priority. And then during that class, like it will be personal finances, we told them, you need to raise, let's say, $400. So the salary is only $100, and he was the only one who was working during that time. And then they have 1 month to raise the funds for them to be able to buy a good groceries for the whole family, to have a balanced nutrition and pay the bills, and also to give it a tie, and even to save some money that they never done. And if I tell you that they brought $500 that month, they came to me with the money because they're supposed to bring the money. They start to cry and say, Leah, we never thought that God's gonna bless us. So they sell food, they sell flip-flops, they sell so many things to be able to raise their funds. And was so, I think, was really impactful on their lives, that he say, and now during the crisis from COVID, um, he turned to me and said, Leah, I got the chair lessons, and I opened the door for my house, and I start to preach the chair lessons in my house. And people come to the doors and start to listen. And one day we thought about forgiveness, and the ladies from their house start to say, I want to forgive my son. I want you to pray for me. They are yelling to each other through the chair lessons. And his biggest dream was to do some chair lessons with his family, with his mom. And then he sent me a picture very soon, doing that, doing chair lessons among the family. So it was so impactful to them that not only chair lessons, but God fulfilled the heart, and they understood what's important, not only to tie, but that God is gonna to bless them if they are faithful to God. Um, so it's very important, when we are in a community and we can teach personal finances. Most of them, they don't know how to handle their own finances, and for them to prove, that God is faithful with them. And then as we work a holistic, of course, everything's going to go smooth, because they have a food at home, and it's easy for them to go and preach. It's easy for them to change their own behavior, and even for the neighbors to see the changes. So I think that's the biggest testimony that I can see, and how much God is being faithful to them.